I'm Anton.
The answer is yes or no.
Yes. My name is Sakino Masato. I'm in the 6th grade. Today I carelessly forgot my math textbook.
What do you think about forgetting your textbooks?
That's...
I told you to answer yes or no.
What? Yes?
How would you expect her to answer that?
My homework teacher, Mrs. Suda, is very unreasonable. But he seems to be unaware of it.
Yeah, I've always loved children. And the children like me too.
I see. He's at the infirmary again. The teacher thinks he's a super popular teacher. And he seems to be interested in the teacher in the infirmary, Miss Shiora. And he's always hanging around the infirmary for no reason. One day, I'm a little late. Today I was in charge of lunch duty and I was late because I was helping out with the science class. I was rushing to get to the school lunch to the classroom. But at that moment...
Whoa!
Huh? Oh no! I bumped into the class president, Hiromichi, in front of the classroom. We both dropped our side dishes on the floor. What should we do?
We can't hide it, so we'll just have to apologize. Let's clean it up.
We couldn't leave it like that, as we were about to clean up the school lunch that we had spilled.
What's going on here?
The teacher who happened to be passing by saw us.
We bumped into each other by accident.
It was my fault. I was in a hurry. I'm sorry. And the teacher.
Don't waste food! Pick it up and eat it all, now!
What? He started saying unreasonable things again. Eat what we dropped? I thought I heard him wrong because it was so ridiculous, but...
That's right, it would be a waste!
The teacher was serious. The class president and I looked at each other, but...
I'm not listening to excuses.
There was nothing else we could do. So we started eating the food. It had been dropped on the floor with our bare hands.
Hey, what are they doing?
Then, at this bizarre sight, the children from the other classes quickly gathered around.
Mr. Suda, isn't that a little excessive?
What?
It's not sanitary, and if they get norovirus, it'll be a disaster.
Seeing the situation, the new teacher came in to stop him, but...
Shut up!
What?
He wouldn't listen.
The new teacher, a woman, shouldn't interfere with my methods as a man!
What is that supposed to mean?
This is my teaching policy. No need for unnecessary warnings.
But...
The teacher didn't accept that at all and stared at the new teacher to silence her. 40 minutes later, we had finished all the school lunch that had been dropped and our stomachs were bloated. That's, of course, it was impossible for the two of us to eat that much. Then the teacher...
Good job! Now you understand, don't you? What you did was a very bad thing. But I'm proud of you for accomplishing it.
He started to sound like he was giving good guidance.
Yes.
I threw up all over that day.
Where did Misato go?
She's in the toilet vomiting. Miss Shimoda is with her.
Because of her, Shimada's class will be delayed. Someone go and call Shimada.
What?
No excuses! Don't talk back to the teacher! The only response is yes or no.
Yes, we understand.
After school that day, we gathered together as students to hold an impromptu homeroom meeting to discuss the teacher. Are you okay, Misato? Yeah.
We can't have a teacher like that.
That's right. We need to do something. We need to make him understand that this can't go on. I have a good idea. We got together as one. The next day...
I'm Suda Seiji. I'm an elementary school teacher. I sometimes have to give them guidance. But if I can build a good relationship with the students, they'll understand. That's my theory. Fortunately, the students also look up to me. I'm sure my passion would resonate in their hearts. That's what I thought, but... Good morning! Let's get started today. What? Huh? But there was no one in the classroom that morning. Normally, everyone would be seated and waiting for me, but, Could it be? I thought I must have got the wrong time, so I looked at the clock in a panic. No, there's no mistake. The morning homeroom starts at 8:30, so I hadn't made a mistake with the time. Then why is no one here? Wait a second. Next, I checked the calendar. Was today a public holiday? It's not uncommon to come to school on a holiday by mistake. That's what I thought, but today's a weekday, not a day off. Huh? But still, not a single student has shown up. I couldn't understand the situation at all. Is there a cold going around? No, I haven't received any such notice. Above all, it's impossible for all 41 students to be sick. Then why?
Huh? Is nobody here in class too?
The other class going to the gym passed by.
No one's here. It's empty.
No, this is a...
What's going on? Did something happen?
Other teachers, including the vice principal, have also gathered. No, this is a...
Where are those children?
Then...
Isn't it the teacher's fault?
What?
What do you mean by that?
Well, yesterday.
No, it's not my fault. Anyway, I'll try calling them. I decided to call the parents of the children from the contact list.
This call cannot be connected.
Damn it, why? Why is no one answering? But when I tried calling anyone's contact number, it was rejected. And I ended up eating lunch by myself. What the hell is going on? I still didn't understand what was happening. Well, there must be some circumstances. I'm sure it'll be fine tomorrow. The next day. What is going on? No one showed up to school the next day, too. Is it a boycott?
That's right. Mr. Suda made the kids eat the school lunch that they spilled.
What? You made them do that at this day and age?
I think you should be reprimanded. Was that my fault? Me? I had no choice but to accept it. Perhaps it was because I made Satomi and the class president eat the school lunch that they spilled. Hey, what are you doing? Hurry up and eat! I just wanted to teach them to take responsibility for their own actions. But I guess the guidance went too far. And the children ended up skipping school in groups. I had nothing to do that day, and I could only walk around the school. But the rumors about my class seemed to have spread throughout the school, and the stares from the children were painful. I couldn't even go into the staff room, and I had no place to be. Apparently, a staff meeting was held without me, and it seems that everyone involved confirmed the facts. And it was decided that my actions would be reported to the Board of Education that day.
Can I talk to you? There's a report that you made the students eat the spoiled school lunch. Is this true?
Yes. The vice principal immediately asked about the facts. And that night, I went around to apologize to each of the students' homes with an apology gift. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm very sorry! But they wouldn't forgive me. No one came to school the next day, too. The parents wouldn't even let me see the students. And I realized that I had made a serious mistake as a teacher. I admired my elementary school homeroom teacher, Miss Yamagi, and I wanted to become a teacher like her.
I'll help you until you can do it. You'll be able to do it. Yeah.
She was a teacher who was loved by everyone for being cheerful and kind. I wanted to become a teacher like that. But it seems I wasn't cut out for it. I was lacking something as a human being. I wasn't cut out to be a teacher in the first place. I'll quit. I've decided to quit teaching as of today. That's when.
Yes, please take your seats.
What? All of a sudden, the students returned.
Then, please give the order, class president. Yes. All rise.
What? Hey! Something suddenly started.
Take your seats.
What's going on? I was in a panic.
Okay, today's lesson is on what kind of teachers are loved by everyone.
What is this?
What do you think, guys?
Me. I think it's a teacher who always has a smile on their face.
I think a kind teacher is good.
A teacher who is understanding and desirable.
They're all wonderful teachers. What do you think, Mr. Suda?
I was suddenly called on and I couldn't say anything.
What about when someone makes a mistake? What kind of attitude should a good teacher have? For example, what should they do if a student spills their school lunch? Do you think that it'd be better to make them eat it right there?
Well, if it was me, I'd go with them to apologize to the lunch lady. Everyone makes mistakes.
It would be terrible if they got norovirus or something. What do you think, Miss Shiora?
Norovirus is a very dangerous virus.
Even Miss Shiora?
Norovirus is a virus that is transmitted by eating infected food or drinking infected water. It causes diarrhea, abdominal pain, etc. In the case of children and the elderly, it can become serious.
And then,
Teacher.
and the students all turned to face me. Yes?
It's not like we want you to disappear. We want you to change. That's right.
Please, if you don't, school won't be fun anymore.
You guys. The students all came together to think about this because they wanted me to become a good teacher.
School is a place that should be fun and exciting, don't you think, Suda?
Well,
Please answer with yes or no.
yes! I was taught by my own students what a teacher should be like. And on this day, I made up my mind to start over from scratch.
There's no need to cry.
I'm sorry, you guys. It seems that my students even prepared a script for today and practiced a lot. And the students accepted my apology, and in the end, this incident didn't turn into anything serious. I'm sorry for my previous attitude. I learned that there's more to be taught by the kids than things to teach them. Thanks to my own students, I feel like I've become a little closer to Miss Yamagi. Oh, what a lively classroom!
It really is.
This is the start of my teaching career. My name is Hiroyasu Shogamori. I work for an industrial robot manufacturer. I'm a newly graduated businessman in my second year. This is a product developed by Ober Technologies. This is Joppy, a humanoid robot.
Nice to meet you.
Simple conversations, for example, can be taught through the program. It's perfect for small children. We don't want it. I was placed in the sales department. I'm working on sales and rental offerings of this Joppy-kun for corporate clients. I'm in the middle of another sales pitch today. I guess it didn't work out again. I joined this company because I like robots, but I didn't think they would put me in sales.
Cheer up.
It's none of your business. Let's go, Joppy. I'm an introvert and not suited for sales, and I haven't got any contracts signed yet. Then my phone rang. Hey, how are the sales pitches going? Yusuke-kun. This person is Yusuke Yukimatsu-kun. He's in the planning department. He must have a lot of free time because he calls me like this a lot. They say that grass looks greener on the other side, but yours looks golden. Give it back! That's my lunch! I've known Yusuke-kun since high school. He ate a lot, and he stole my lunches a lot in high school. Hey, let me operate it too! Yusuke-kun? Not just my lunches. I was such an introvert, and I was a part of the robotics research group. And I couldn't talk to Yusuke-kun, so he stole a lot of things from me. Oops, sorry, it broke. No! We spent 6 months building that! I'm freed from this when I graduated high school. I thought that, but let's continue to work together. Even worse, he joined the company. I never thought that Yusuke would join this company that operates a robotics business. I didn't expect this at all. The sales department. Plus, I also got assigned to a department I didn't like. I was assigned to the sales department, which is notorious for its 100% 3-year turnover rate. That must be nice. The planning department seems to have a lot of free time. Yusuke-kun is assigned to the planning department, which has a 100% paid employee utilization rate, making it an ultra-white department. On top of that, Yusuke-kun is sharp and well-spoken, and the department has high expectations for him. I'm hungry. Even in the workplace for yin and yang, our differences were now clearly visible. Huh? What happened to my lunch? I went back to my office to get my lunch. I was gonna eat the lunch that I prepared, but someone already ate it.
What? That lunch was yours?
Rory-san? This is Rory-san. She's a handyman who's been hired by the company to do some accounting work for them.
Yuzuki-san was eating it as if it was his own.
It was Yusuke-kun's doing again. It's no use. I'll go buy some lunch. Yusuke-kun is still in a student mood and still eats my lunch almost every day. Maybe I should seriously start looking for another job. I have a poor sales record too. Right when I was about to leave the building, "You're in the way!" Apparently, Yusuke-kun was making a lot of noise. "Water! Just one glass! Could you give me some water?" "Shut up! You're making our building look bad! You're so dirty! Go away! Shoo! Shoo!" A homeless man was collapsed in front of our company. "Here's some water. I bought it from the vending machine." "Oh, thank you." I couldn't leave him alone and reached out to him. "I called an ambulance as well." His unforgiving attitude towards the weak. Gah! Yusuke-kun hasn't changed since high school. Then one day, "You are the star of the show today. I'm counting on you, Yusuke." "Yes, I'll do my best, Yamachi-senpai. I was assigned to the planning department, a major department at this company, as soon as I joined the company as a new graduate. I naturally was expected to be a super rookie and had a smooth sailing working life. And I was in charge of an important meeting today. I am scheduled to give a presentation myself, inviting the top executives of the client company about the project I've been working on. But they say you can't fight on an empty stomach. I'll have it today, too. If I don't eat, I can't do anything." I sat at Hirayasu's desk and decided to take his lunch again today. I should call him just in case. While I was out making sales pitches, Yusuke-kun called me again. I have a bad feeling about this. Yusuke-kun calling. Of course it's something bad. Hello? I fearfully picked up the phone. "Oh, Hirayasu! Thanks for the lunch again!" What? Yusuke-kun was eating my lunch again. And he even called to tell me. Well, the better I am at my job, the hungrier I get. I thought I should tell you just in case. Well, people that can't do that job don't get hungry, so you don't need to eat. What? Hey, look at this juicy omelet! I can't see it. It's so good. I've always liked the lunches you bring. I'm so lucky. Thanks to you, I don't have to buy lunches every day. Hey, sorry. Don't get angry, okay? Should I leave you some? Well, there's only one mini tomato left. I ate almost all of it. That lunch is from 3 days ago, so it's probably rotten? Huh? 3 days ago? I left that lunch there for 3 days. It was definitely rotten. No way! Why would you have that? I've been so busy recently that I've been sleeping at the office. I didn't have time to eat it and just left it. When I told him the truth. Our connection was cut off after Yusuke-kun's distressful cries. Good work!
Good work.
When I came back to the office, I didn't see Yusuke-kun there. As expected, Yusuke-kun was stuck in the toilet. Yusuke-kun, you alright? Hirayasu, because of you, because of the vile trap you set. A trap? I didn't do anything. It seems that the 3-day-old lunchbox was quite strong. It destroyed Yusuke-kun's stomach in one go. Then...
Hey, Yusuke! Yusuke, are you here?
Is that Yamachi-senpai?
What are you doing? The meeting is starting in 10 minutes.
Yes. I had an important business meeting in 10 minutes that would determine my career. Higher-ups from the client company are scheduled to be there today. If we succeed in this, it will be a big business that will even make a difference in the fate of the company. I have to do it! I have to do it! Okay.
Yeah.
Yusuke-kun. I left the bathroom determined. Thank you all for gathering here today. And I started my presentation with an upset stomach.
Oh, he's the promised newcomer at Over Technologies. Let's see how you do.
My reputation seems to be going around to the clients. Each of the higher-ups seem to be looking at me expectantly. But... So please, look at this slide. What? Shit, I got distracted. I accidentally let out a huge fart as a greeting.
What was that popping sound? Did he fart?
Farting during a presentation is outrageous. Naturally, there was a commotion. The development code name is Sebastian. This time we will discuss the development and utilization of the world's first mass-produced butler robot. But I was resourceful and behaved as if it were normal. Farting is an everyday occurrence. It's nothing to make a fuss about. I acted like that. At times like this, I should just be confident.
Wow, he's quite a dynamic young man. It's rare in this generation.
However, it seemed that they were impressed by my attitude. That was close. I somehow overcame that, but... If I get distracted for 1 second, I'm done for. I was on the edge. Now let's look at the bowel movement graph.
Huh?
Excuse me, this pie graph. But there was no way I could focus on the presentation in this state. All my thoughts were about defecating. I need to concentrate. This is the original Gary. Excuse me, Joppy-kun. And we've added functions. I need to plug my ass!
What's wrong with Yusuke?
Is he sick?
Yusuke-kun. Giving a presentation with a very upset stomach. Was reckless from the start. My bowel movements are like a dam with a single crack. It was so tight that it could have burst at any moment. Because I almost ate the entire lunch that was 3 days old.
Yo, what is that pose?
This is, I crossed my legs and somehow held it in. If I change the angle of my legs even a little bit, then it's the end.
Hey, what are you doing, Yusuke? Quickly uncross your legs.
I can't.
If you are fooling around, then it's not worth listening to you anymore.
In response to my mischievous attitude, the higher-ups started to get annoyed when...
Sorry for being late.
What? That's when he came in.
Oh, that person.
That's the old guy from that time. That's... Ah! The shocking truth caught me off guard. And by the time I realized it, it was too late. My dam broke easily.
What?
What?
I had made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I never thought I would shit my pants at an important meeting. Why did this happen?
We're having the clients wait a while, but, what would we do? Even if I take over, when it comes to technical matters, I'm no expert.
Yusuke-kun had to leave suddenly. The office was panicking at who would take over the presentation. Then...
I think we should let Hirasayu-san do it.
What? The anti-Memori-san suddenly said that.
You can do it, right, Hirayasu-san?
What do you think, Uriyasu?
Yes, I can do it. Please let me do it. Thanks, Roy-san. And I was suddenly asked to give the presentation in place of Yusuke-kun. We expect our main customers to be mainly households with elderly people and restaurants as well. By incorporating deep learning, we can expect a significant improvement in communication skills. Preliminary simulations indicate an approximate 30% reduction in labor costs.
He's doing perfectly.
I handled the presentation with ease, obviously, because it's a plan that I came up with.
That was a great presentation, kind-hearted young man. Can you tell us in more detail? Of course! Yes, Yusuke-kun even stole my ideas. My experience in the robotics club in high school came in handy, and I was able to respond well to the Q&A session that followed. The presentation was very successful. Thank you so much, Roy-san.
I knew you could do it.
Roy the handyman seems to have been watching me, as I stayed overnight and worked on the proposal. After that... This is Choppy, a humanoid robot developed by Uber Technologies. Because of this, Yusuke-kun was moved to the sales department, regarding the second generation Alfredo, the butler robot. And I was moved to the planning department. Personnel were reviewed. Well, sorry for everything.
You got what you deserved.
Yusuke-kun, you're more suited for sales. I'm very fulfilled right now. And actually, the chairman is inviting me to join his company. I was grateful to the handyman Rolly.
First year students, welcome to the orchestra club. My name is Sayakechi. I'm here in place of the supervisor who injured his arm. I'm a member of the handyman club who was called on short notice to be the student conductor. Today we have new students in the orchestra club, but Well, what's with this uniform? You know, he looks so old, right? Sorry, I'm poor. My name is Shumizuma, first grader in high school. My family is really poor, and I only have an old uniform that I got from a relative. There aren't many schools that have an orchestra club and not a brass band. I really wanted to play the violin. I had to push my parents somewhat to let me go to this school. The brass band's instrumental composition doesn't include stringed instruments. Maybe I'll have you all introduce yourselves and play the instrument you're in charge of. The all-new club members had to play one by one, but what is that? I only have an old violin that my grandfather used to use. I got it from my grandfather. No way! If there's an old instrument like that, the orchestra will collapse. You can't play until you buy a new violin. What? Okay. My violin was too old, so I wasn't allowed to play from the first day. The activities of the orchestra club are exclusively regular classical concerts. Students are selected based on their performance ability, regardless of grade level. So, the new students should take it seriously, and the upperclassmen should not let their guard down. A few days after we joined the club, we immediately set out to select the members for the next regular concert. And auditions were gonna be held. Concert, huh? The head first violinist is inevitably chosen as the concert master. They are the leader of the entire orchestra. The audition assignment is Dvorak Symphony No. 9. Ooh, Dvorak.
Ooh, Dvorak.
This high school orchestra club is a performance-based club. You could even aim to be a concert master as a first grader. Everyone, make sure to practice well. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, you clean. Yes, but I'm just a cleaner. Anyway, such an irritating daily life kept going on. One day after class, and the grade above ours is terrible. As I was heading to the club room, the sound of a violin could be heard coming from the music room, which was supposed to be empty.
Wow.
Aren't they really good? This is expressive melody lines and overwhelming passages and a passionate vibrato. Who are they? Someone who can play with such technical circularity and fervor. Wasn't in the orchestra club as far as I know. Well, I thought our teacher had brought in a pro violinist because it was the first time I'd ever heard such a performance that moved me so much. Who is it? There was... Shud? There was a rough-looking first grader, Shud. What is that toad? I'm gonna be honest, I was struck by the toad. What? Wow.
You're so good.
What? Sorry, I was playing without asking permission. I couldn't take it anymore and looked to see that no one was there. And started playing the violin.
You're amazing. You're amazing, Shun-kun. And with that old violin?
The teacher was also listening to me play. And the teacher immediately allowed me to play the violin. I didn't have to clean anymore. Now was the only time you could act cocky. I'd show you the difference in that skill at the audition. But Saenji-senpai still didn't accept me. And on the day of the audition, I was able to participate as a candidate to play the violin, but why is this happening? I'll smash it out in person. I had to play with Sanji Senpai. And, wow! Neither of them is backing down! Beautiful and lustrous tone, elegant and graceful playing style. He usually acts like a jock, but he was a concert master of the last concert. His ability is outstanding. There's no way I'm losing to a first grader like him. I encountered music at a classical concert when I was 5, and from that day, I vowed that I would make music my career. I took lessons while my classmates were playing. My dad also helped me. I've been honing my skills to become a professional violinist in the best environment. Yes, I was born to play music, and we finished that performance. What?
What?
You're amazing, Senpai. I've never seen someone so good around my age. The feedback was positive, but
Regarding the first violinist, I would like to leave it to Shun this time.
What? No way!
What? No! I lost? I was defeated for the first time in my life.
What?
Wow!
Hey, is this for real? A first grader is the concert master?
But it feels appropriate. Who is Shun-kun, really?
Someone younger than me took me place as concert master, and on top of that, with such an old violin. Then a few days later, you're insulting music with your filthy violin. As expected, Shun was alone in the club room, practicing on his own after the club. The school sprinklers are pre-activated. They'll activate if I press the fire alarm. Yes, I was gonna deliberately set off the sprinklers. You can't get a violin wet, so I was just irrationally pissed off. I'll clean the filthy violin for you, right? And in the next moment... What? When I was practicing alone, suddenly the fire alarm went off. Is it a fire? And then... Whoa!
The sprinkler on the ceiling turned on.
I quickly tried to protect my grandfather's violin, but... I heard Salenji Senpai's laughter. Senpai? Apparently, he had pushed the fire alarm button as a prank. The alarm and sprinkler turned off immediately.
What's going on? This is...
Everything's soaked!
And the teacher heard the commotion and came running over. And some students from the orchestra club who were still in the building came too. No! The violin that I got from my grandfather! I tried to protect it right away, but my violin was soaking wet. No, this can't be!
Show me, Shun.
This is terrible. It's terrible. Looks like I'll have to buy a new one to be able to play now. It was a memento of my precious grandfather.
No, wait, this is...
Then the teacher that was checking my violin suddenly noticed something. From the area where the dub was removed by getting wet, something like an emblem appeared on the surface. What is this?
Incognitus.
What?
What?
Incognitus is a legendary string instrument maker. It is a general term referring to stringed instruments created by Giovanni Incogniti.
Akechi Senpai! And Akechi Senpai also showed up.
This design is considered the best in the world. The numbers of existing violins is 600 at most, and they are very rare. The decoration on the edge of this body, superbly crafted with carved botanical patterns, and above all, the crest engraved on the back of the body. There is no doubt about it.
My grandfather didn't say anything, though.
20 billion. This violin is worth 20 billion yen?
What? 20 billion? Incognitus, which was created at the same time as Grandpa's violin, was, to my surprise, recently I've been trading at around 2 billion. Why? Why'd you have an Incognitus?
Your performance was as good as a pro. Who are you?
What? My grandfather was a pro violinist, and he taught me how to play the violin when we lived together in Vienna. Yes, until my first year of middle school when my grandfather passed away. I was living abroad.
It's gifted education.
But you could just get it fixed. I never could repair that. It's around 500,000, and I could ask my father. It's impossible. The varnish is no longer available. Varnish? The formula of the varnish used for incognitus is still unknown. If it breaks, then you can't restore it to its original state. That's why the price is so high. You can repair it and get it to make sounds, but it will basically be a different violin, and the value will be billions less. No! Yes, I was already stuck.
20 million?
When I went home and told me dad everything that happened, I informed him that a claim for compensation in the billions would be filed. Then we immediately went to an attorney's office.
As for the right to claim damages, wrongful acts committed with malicious intent are non-dischargeable claims. In other words, in this case, even if you go bankrupt, there is no escaping damages.
No! If Shun decides to file a claim for compensation, I can't run away from paying the 20 billion no matter what I do.
Senpai, you coming to the club today?
I quit.
What?
My father told me to sell me violin, but it's nothing compared to how much the damages are. I even had to quit doing music that I loved.
Why?
And Kimura said, one day during lunch break, I was walking down the hall. Hey, let me punch you one time. What? Solanji-senpai, who stopped coming to the club, suddenly showed up. But he was acting weird. My life is ruined because of you. I'll probably have to drop out of school because we won't be able to pay the school fees. So before that, let me punch you one time. What? He started saying something really unreasonable. So senpai, calm down. Yeah, and you were cheating and using a really nice instrument, and because of that, you stole my position as leading player! If you weren't here, this would never have happened.
Incognitus is an instrument for geniuses. Only selected geniuses can play Incognitus instruments.
Akechi! And Akechi-senpai appeared.
It is an instrument that cannot be easily mastered by the average player. You should know that too.
Huh?
Even if he played on a violin worth a couple thousand yen, the result would have been the same.
What? Then he started crying and collapsed on the ground. I already knew that from the beginning, but I just didn't want to admit it. Fuck! What have I done? Me life, me dream is ruined because I did something so stupid. I was possessed by the demon of jealousy. I'm sorry. The senpai. But, I'm not thinking of filing a claim for compensation. What, really? Shun started saying something unbelievable. I just want to play the violin. Actually, I brought it to the repairman immediately after and sold it. Sold it? Your grandfather's memento? But he was still able to get 5 billion for it. I feel bad for my grandfather, but life was too hard. But if you didn't activate the sprinkler that time, I wouldn't have known it was worth that much, so I'm actually grateful. And it was fun playing with you at the audition. Let's play together again. Sure.
The day of the concert. But I could actually play in an orchestra?
You'll be fine, Anton-san. You've been practicing a lot for the past 3 days.
But I can't be ready in 3 days. A cold spread to the orchestra club, and we didn't have enough players. We ended up asking the handyman in the handyman's club to fill the empty positions on short notice on the day of the event.
We're ready, Akechi!
Okay, that's right, everyone. You just need to enjoy the music.
Shun, I'm grateful to you, and I look up to you. But I don't plan on backing down. Keep up, first grader! Yes!
2 geniuses miraculously born at the same time. Later, they will become world-class. Pro violinists, but this is still a little while away.
This is a photo of me 10 years ago.
What? That's amazing! You've grown so much in just 10 years!
I'm surprised too.
What? Alex is with a beautiful woman?
10 years ago.
All right. My name is Otaka Nanako. I was in the 6th grade, but I was only 70 cm tall. By the time you reach the 6th grade, you're at an age where you start to worry about the opposite sex and go through puberty. I wore new clothes my mom bought me for school. But
So small.
the height difference between me and the other kids in my class was obvious. After all, I was twice as short as the other kids my age.
What's with those clothes? They're so baggy.
Aren't those the ones on the Pupiccio lemon? A shorty like you can't pull those off. I've had a hereditary disease since birth, and my immunity was abnormally low. So I had to take steroids to suppress my seizures and inflammation, and the side effects of the steroids suppressed my growth and caused me to have growth problems. I knew I shouldn't have worn these. Of course, there was no clothing that would fit me, and the clothes that would fit me were baby clothes. By the way, 70 cm is the same height as a traffic cone or a baseball bat.
Hey, you guys, stop it. Nanako doesn't like it.
Haruya. He's Natsukawa Haruya. He always comes to my rescue when I'm being made fun of like this. As expected of Haruya, he's got a strong sense of justice. Because of my body, I thought that romance was something that had nothing to do with me. I was a person with a lot of insecurities, but it's probably because of these drugs. It seems that when you use steroids instead of suppressing inflammation, they interfere with the growth hormones, so the more I took the medicine, the more the growth was suppressed, even though I was still in a growth period. If I grow... And that night, without telling my parents, I threw all my medicine away in the trash.
Where's Otaka?
Teacher, behind you!
Whoa! Sorry, Otaka, I missed you.
I'm so short that my teacher can't find me when he's giving back tests. I can't do PE or basketball with everyone else. And even the desks at elementary school are too big for me, and I can't reach them with my feet.
So small.
You're so small. You're smaller than my 5-year-old brother.
I can't take it anymore. I was fed up with that kind of life every day, but then...
Hey! You guys cut it out. Don't make fun of someone with a disability.
Whoa, sorry.
Once again, Haruya protected me.
That was so cool.
I just did what was natural.
Haruya. I was completely in love with Haruya at this time.
But you're in a tough spot too.
Yeah. Then, that day after school, I happened to walk home with Haruya and... Haruya, do you... have anyone... you're dating?
No.
Then... how about with me? I'm kidding. I might grow taller from now on. I think I like you, Haruya. And before I knew it, I told him how I felt. He was always protecting me, so I thought he might have had feelings for me too. I had this faint hope, but...
I don't like dwarves.
What?
Give me a break. There's no way I'd like you.
What?
Oh, I see. I always protect you, so you got the wrong idea. Sorry. But you know, if I protect this little girl, it would raise my stock. I wasn't helping you because I had feelings for you.
That's right. Haruya was protecting me for his own reputation.
Sorry, but I can't be with a dwarf. Bye.
No! Then Haruya left with a big stride. At that moment, I hadn't taken my medicine for a few days, and the excessive stress triggered an attack. After I collapsed. After that, I was taken to the hospital by ambulance, and although it didn't turn out to be anything serious, I fell into a state of distrust of people and became afraid of going out in the public. I don't want to go to school anymore. Fortunately, my kind parents understood how I was feeling and told me not to force myself. 10 years later.
As expected of Alex.
Nanako, you've gotten better too.
My parents have been telling me many times to start going out again. I've been staying indoors and playing games all the time without going outside for the past 10 years. It's thanks to Alex. That's right, I actually wanted to talk to Alex about something. I'm talking to Alex, who I got to know in the game, and is in the same clan as me. I actually got an invitation to a class reunion from when I was in elementary school, and I'm wondering whether to go or not. That's right. I received an invitation to a class reunion from a classmate from elementary school who became the reason for my distrust of people.
A class reunion, that's nice. Why are you hesitating?
Actually, in real life, I'm only 70 cm tall.
70 centimeters?
I told Alex the truth. Because there is no one else I could talk to, and I thought he was a really nice person. And I stopped going to school because of it. That's why I started to stay inside of the house. But I thought I couldn't go out like this, and I thought that this might be a good opportunity for me. Then Alex...
You should go! If it's too much, you can always go home. Let's think about it casually, huh?
Yeah. Alex encouraged me, and I decided to leave home for the first time in 10 years. Dad, Mom, I want to go to the class reunion. My parents were so happy to see me making progress, and the next day, there was a new outfit in front of my room with a message saying, "Go for it." Dad, Mom, my parents had bought it for me to wear for the reunion. They were both supporting me. I felt like they were a little big for me, but I changed into the clothes anyway. It's actually the perfect size. But I'm so scared. And I went outside for the first time in 10 years. And the people on the street kept looking at me, as if short people were a rare sight. It was just like 10 years ago, and I was already feeling a little bit of regret. But today, I'm going to change myself. Mustering up all the courage I could muster, I headed for the reunion venue, shaking with nervousness. This is it. It seems like the venue was a hotel floor that had been rented out by a buffet-style party. And the painful memories of elementary school came flooding back. I'm sure I'll be made fun of in the same way. I knew that, but it didn't matter to me. I just wanted to move forward, even if it was just a little. And so I opened the door to the venue, and then... The first person I saw was Haruya, whom I've never forgot. A lot of time passed since then, but I recognized him immediately.
You!
Braced myself for what terrible things he would say to me. Then,
Who is this model-like girl?
You should come to the wrong venue.
She's beautiful.
what? Everyone's reaction was so different from what I was expecting.
You're not one of our elementary school students, are ya?
Who cares? Let's have a drink together.
Where'd you live?
I was immediately surrounded by boys. What?
Who is she? She wasn't in our class, was she?
My classmates don't seem to notice that I was Otaka Nanako, the small girl. Why are they being so nice to me? I've never been surrounded by boys like this outside of games before. I hadn't seen anyone other than my family for the past 10 years. So, I still don't understand my situation. What? And when I looked into the bathroom mirror, I was surprised, and the reflection was a taller me. What's going on? That's right. Is it because I stopped taking the medicine? My chronic illness symptoms had gone away, so I stopped taking steroids. As a result, I had grown 100 centimeters in the last 10 years. No way! Of course, I had felt the aches and pains of growing taller and the discomfort of living in a small room. But I had never looked in the mirror in the last 10 years because I had a complex about my body. If I had never imagined that I grew this tall, my parents had noticed too, which is why they suggested that I go outside again. They even prepared clothes for me.
It's about time you told me your name.
When I returned to the venue, Haruya immediately came up to me. He still didn't seem to have realized my true identity. Nanako. I'm Otaka Nanako.
What?
When I said my name, the venue fell silent for a moment.
What? A little girl, Nanako?
That's right.
I can't believe it.
Everyone seemed surprised on my behalf.
I was nearby and I was curious, so I came, but the venue that Nanako-san was talking about was around here, right?
After that, I was approached by a lot of boys. What should I do? I never thought that it would turn out like this.
Hey,
What? Then Haruya called out to me again.
I'm bored. Why don't we sneak out together, huh?
What?
You confessed to me once, right? You were short then, so I turned you down, but now, seeing you like this, I'm really moved.
Then Haruya started hitting on me. Haruya, you choose people based on their height, right?
What?
I haven't changed at all since then. I've just grown taller, but why?
That's how valuable you are. In the end, it's all about appearances. Come on, we both like each other after 10 years.
And the next moment,
Ugh.
you don't like dwarves, right? I don't like guys with a tiny heart either. Well then, I don't think we'll meet again though. And before I knew it, I had run out of the venue. What is it with everyone? Just because I've grown taller, they change their attitude like that? I never thought my appearance would change this much, but I was so angry at Haruya and my classmates' attitudes towards me. And at that moment...
Whoa!
I ran into a stranger head-on. I'm sorry.
Ouch! Are you okay?
What? That voice? Are you Alex?
Are you Nanako? Oh, that's not what I heard about you.
It looks like I grew taller.
What?
Alex just happened to be near the venue as he came to check on me because he was worried. Alex was just as I had imagined.
What kind of relationship are they in?
And I made a promise to go clothes shopping with Alex next time. There was nothing scary in the outside world that I had the courage to step out into. I feel like I could do anything I want from now on. It's not because I've grown taller. It's because I've realized that people I've always was afraid of were people from poor hearts. I thanked my parents for supporting me up until now, and Alex for giving me the courage to step outside.
Good morning, Keiichi-kun!
Good morning!
Oh, Momoko-chan! Good morning!
Good morning.
So big!
I'm Momoko Osada. I'm a huge woman that's 270 centimeters.
When you guys are next to each other, it's like Gulliver's Travels!
Because of a certain reason, I was always tall, but when I became a high school student, I grew another 40 centimeters taller.
Don't say that!
Yeah, it's fine to be big.
Thanks, both of you. I can't go through doors if I don't crouch down, and I can dunk basketballs without jumping. By the way, phone booths are 2 meters 26 centimeters. I'm way taller than the phone booths in the city. I started realizing that I was taller than other people when I was 10 years old. Huh. Isn't everyone kind of small? When I was a 5th grader in elementary school, I was already 175 centimeters and taller than our homeroom teacher. My family isn't especially tall. Then, after a checkup at the hospital, I was diagnosed with pituitary gigantism. A benign tumor has developed in the pituitary gland. It caused an overproduction of growth hormones, resulting in extreme growth. It turned out that my height was due to a disease. Why was I born with a body like this? What did I do? As I got older, I became more self-conscious about it. There weren't any clothes or shoes that fit me, so we had to order my uniform custom made. It's difficult for me to get into a normal-sized car. Maybe I'm intimidating just because I'm big, but people are weirdly scared of me. Here's your 130 and change.
Hey! You're like a model! It must be nice.
What?
I want to be bigger.
This is Miyuki Takase-chan. She's only 145 centimeters. I was never good with these devilish girls.
How long are your legs?
130 centimeters.
Wow! Your legs are already the size of a 3rd grader in elementary school!
She's small and cute, so she's popular with boys as well.
I'm short, so I wish you could give me some of your height.
She doesn't even think that. Miyuki-chan is cute and powerless, so the boys always help her carry things. I'm tall, so sometimes they make me carry the boys' stuff as well. I can't get a boyfriend with a body like this. Romance was a faraway dream. I was fed up with a life like this. Most of all, I hated myself for getting irritated with my classmates like this.
Now, I've told you so many times, right? It's your uniqueness, so be confident about it.
But my dad is a surgeon, so I keep asking him to do surgery that makes me shorter, but my mom, who passed away 5 years ago, made me promise to accept my body. Okay, Momoko, you were born in a body different from others, but everyone has different values. When you understand that, I'm sure you'll be happy.
Oh, okay, Mom.
I didn't really understand what she was saying, but because that happened, Dad doesn't take my request seriously. Then one day...
Hey! You like Haruto-kun, right?
What? Somehow the information about who I liked got leaked, and Miyuki-chan found out. Haruto-kun is a tall, handsome boy who I started liking in high school.
Hey! Momoko-chan said her type is Haruto-kun. Hey, stop!
Then of all things, she started telling everyone really loudly.
No, I can't date someone taller than me. She needs to be at least 170 centimeters.
Sure enough, it ended sadly because I was so huge.
Stop, don't laugh.
Ugh. Momo-chan, don't worry about it, okay?
Then, the handyman, Anton-san, and Rintaro from the class next to us came in. And they told of Haruto-kun and the others who were laughing at how tall I am. But I didn't feel better. I don't want to be this tall anymore. I want to be normal.
Cheer up. You're amazing as you are.
Yeah, let's forget about guys like that.
Anton-san and my friends told me this, but I didn't like being looked at strangely by the people around me. I couldn't stop crying that day. I was embarrassed and frustrated, and I wanted to disappear.
What's wrong, Momoko?
Dad. And before I knew it, my dad was standing at my bedroom door. I hate living like this. I just want to be a normal girl. It's just that I knew I couldn't do anything about it, but I told my dad about what happened today. Then...
Okay.
What? About what? Suddenly, my dad's mood changed.
I'll grant your wish.
What? There is no surgery to be shorter, right?
Theoretically, it's possible, but it's risky, so I didn't want you to do it. But if you're worrying that much.
Dad! Then...
The reverse is the Rilov method. The opposite technique of the lengthening is used to reduce height by backing the leg bones.
Then my dad brought me to the hospital where he works.
Of course, not only your bones. We reduce the size of the excess neurovascular tendons and other parts of the body while preserving their function. It's not easy, but you'll be shorter.
Really? Do it. Do the surgery.
But you really won't regret it?
When he said that, his face was different than usual. Yeah, I won't regret it, but my feelings hadn't changed. If I could be shorter, I'll take any risk. A few days later, I was lying on a bed in the operating room. Now I can be a normal girl too. General anesthesia is already being administered from an IV.
This is the last check. You sure about this?
Dad made sure and checked that this was what I wanted. No matter how many times you ask, I won't change my answer. I want to be smaller. Please.
Okay, then I'll start the operation.
Then slowly the anesthesia started to kick in, and I lost consciousness. Ha! I wonder how long I was unconscious. I didn't have a sense of time.
It was successful.
Dad! There was my exhausted dad on the floor. My dad did a massive operation spanning over 12 hours on his own. And the operation was successful. And I looked in the mirror and was shocked. You're right. My legs are shorter. I looked in the mirror and wasn't a huge woman anymore. My legs were 100 centimeters shorter because of the operation. And they move. They move properly. My nerves and tendons were properly connected. I had sensation and I could even move each of my fingers.
Yuriko! I did it. I did it. I'm sorry I broke our promise. Momoko was struggling so much. I couldn't just be quiet and watch she was crying.
Then, after 1 month of rehabilitation, I started going to school in high spirits. So, this is what it feels like to be a normal person. The world after getting shorter seemed completely different. I'm not a giant anymore. I'm a normal girl now. That'll be 230 yen. Yes. Thank you. I was in a good mood. And, good morning, everyone. I appeared in front of everyone for the first time as a shorter person. I couldn't help but be excited to think that from today, I would finally be able to see things from the same perspective as them. But...
What is that?
What is that?
Momoko?
Momoko-san, you're like a gray alien!
What? I made myself shorter, but they're laughing at me. During class. Well, it's probably just like this at first. They'll all get used to it.
I thought that it was just because they weren't used to seeing me like this. Do I look that weird? Then I confidently tried to talk to Haruto-kun, because I thought there was no reason for him to hate me now. What do you think? I'm 170 centimeters now. I hope this has made you rethink things a bit.
No, you're completely unbalanced.
What? Yes. Then I finally realized. I was excited that I was shorter, but I only had surgery on my legs. Only my legs are shorter, but my torso and arms are still the same. The entire body became very imbalanced. I could not help but run out of there. Ah!
Momoko-san! I can't put you back with my skills.
No! I begged my dad to put me back the way I was, but he said it was impossible.
I might be able to adjust the arms at least, but not the torso where the organs go. That's why I checked with you. Again and again.
My dad seemed really drunk. No. Then I was better off the way I was. I ran. I wanted to keep running and just disappear. Why is my life the worst? Why me? Maybe I should just... Then... What? I was so focused on running that I wasn't looking ahead. Where am I? I woke up in a haze and I was lying on the operating table. Oh yeah, I was hit by a car. Perhaps it was the anesthesia, but I had no sensation in my body, only the doctor's voice echoing in my head. Then I lost consciousness again. When I woke up, my body was back to how it was before. Why? Dad said he couldn't put it back.
But please, here, use this to put her back to how she was before.
Dad heard that my surgeon was Dr. Asagiri, a genius surgeon. I heard that he puts aside his shame and his reputation and begged the doctor to help me. On top of that, Dr. Asagiri seems to have used the latest technology to remove the cause of my giantism. But my issues about being tall are also back. Even if I don't grow anymore, I'm already 270 centimeters and a huge woman. In the end, I can't be a normal girl. I can't get normal happiness. Now that we're back to square one, knowing that I could no longer change, I despaired the rest of my life. And I went back to school. My classmate Kichi-kun confessed to me. I never thought anyone would say those words to me. Even though I'm a giant?
I want you!
It's anesthesia.
Jiro-san, what is that?
Some people have an affection for height differences.
I guess we all have different personalities and tastes.
We don't all have the same values. 10 years later, we had a beautiful wedding.
Momoko! Be careful, Momo-chan!
Yeah, there are as many values as there are people. After meeting Keiichi-kun, I finally understood what my mom was saying. I was able to accept my height for the first time because Keiichi-kun accepted me. Why can't I get married?
Then with me,
I can't marry a shitty guy like you.
You don't want to talk!
I became very happy.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back again for more, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.